For 3 years now, the front line in Ukraine has barely moved, and yet on every measure that actually matters, Russia's strategic position is worse than it was in 2022. Start with the Black Sea. In February 2022, the Russian Black Sea Fleet was the dominant naval force in the basin. By spring 2026, its most exposed warships were operating out of Novorossiysk, not Sevastopol, a working naval base, not a fortress home port. Cheap surface drones did most of that work. Magura V5 and Sea Baby, built in Ukraine, launched from Odessa, ranged on Sevastopol, they never had to take the fleet head-on. Connect that to Crimea. The Kerch Bridge, the only road and rail link from Russia proper, has been struck repeatedly since 2022, a major underwater operation in June 2025, renewed strikes on security crews in 2026. Every successful hit narrows the logistic pipe that keeps the peninsula viable. And then, this spring, something changed. In March and April 2026, Ukraine conducted around 76 confirmed strikes against Russian air defense, S-300, S-400 Buck batteries, supported by specialized soft teams hunting radars and launchers. Storm Shadow and ATAC-MS reached the deeper batteries. Every Nebo-M radar destroyed shortens the effective range of every SAM in its sector. Crimea, once a thicket of overlapping coverage, now has visible gaps, and the gaps are large enough that Ukrainian deep strike platforms can route around them into mainland Russia. The same months that exposed Russia's air defense exposed Russia's energy infrastructure. Ukraine stopped trying to destroy refineries in a single strike. It started hitting the same hubs repeatedly, Tuapse, Ryazan, Novokuybishevsk, making them unrepairable. The strikes hit two clocks at once: oil export revenue and the diesel that moves Russian formations. Crimea, downstream of all of it, has reported recurring fuel shortages. Russia's deeper problem is arithmetic. Its layered air defense relies on point defense systems, Pantsir S-1, Tor M2, to actually catch incoming drones. There aren't enough of them. Moscow, refineries, airfields, command nodes, the Crimea Bridge, they all compete for the same few batteries. Worse, Russia is misapplying what it has. Long-range S-300 and S-400 interceptors, designed for cruise missiles and combat aircraft, are being fired at $40,000 Ukrainian drones because the right system isn't on station. That puts Russia in front of a real strategic dilemma over Crimea. Keep pouring constrained air defense and missile inventory into a peninsula whose logistics are being squeezed by Kerch strikes and whose air defense umbrella is full of holes, or pull back and abandon the prize of 2014, plus the thousands of personnel and settlers stationed there. The reason Russia can't just buy its way out is the defense industrial base. Sanctions are choking the dual-use electronics that go into missiles and radars. Production is up, but attrition is consistently higher. Russia is replacing the war's wear and tear from inventory it can't replenish at the same rate. And every Ukrainian refinery strike compounds it. Fewer oil dollars to spend on the import pipelines that keep the war machine running. What lets Ukraine sustain this campaign isn't the volume of weapons it produces. It's the OODA loop. Delta fuses sensor data into a real-time battle picture. Vesha aggregates drone video. Avengers AI prioritizes targets. The drones run cheap. The autonomy stack runs everywhere. Ukraine produces drones at industrial scale. Russia produces air defense at a rate the war eats faster than the factories can replace. Crimea is where the war began for Russia in 2014. By spring 2026, it has become the place where the war's strategic logic is most clearly breaking. Not because Ukraine retook it, because Russia can no longer defend it cheaply, hold the air over it, supply it past the Kerch choke point, or replace what it loses there. The front line on the map is mostly frozen. The strategic position behind it is not. The full briefing on Clio.